Yep, it's modification time. Because I'm using a different servo, obviously the original one doesn't fit in. Well, I say obviously, well, it doesn't. This is a Lockheed servo, and the studs are in the middle, whereas the original ones were further out, so that's not going to fit. Also, the vacuum line is hitting, so I've got to modify this shield here. And I have seen an article on it, and I will put a link to that article because it is very informative and some of you guys will find it interesting. So what I now need to do is to cut this on these two black lines, bend it at approximately this point, bring this piece out, and then I'll have to fill in the side so that the vacuum line can be connected without being inhibited. That in theory should work. I may also have to make a slight modification to the inner arch, but I'm hoping not to. I'm hoping I can turn this enough so that I can bring the hose here and bring it out this way, but I still do need to modify this, but I'm hoping that that will turn. I don't see why it shouldn't. I see no reason it shouldn't, but that's the plan. But as I said, I need to turn this so that it's facing up this way, or actually no, facing this way, because I don't want it to interfere with this. So lots of little fiddly bits, and also the mounting studs. I'll have to make up some kind of bracket or brackets to pick up this one stud out here. Those other two I'll just have to position and drill the holes. I may have to make the holes a lot bigger than required so that I can get them in there, but we will see. Also, I may need to move this. It depends on how far this goes in, but I may just bring it round to here for safety's sake, and then I don't have to worry about it. So let's get on and start modifying. Now, the other two items related to all of this, of course, are the vacuum tank and the shield that goes over the vacuum tank. I actually have two of these shields, so if anybody needs one, let me know. A little bit of rust there. In fact, I'll probably use the other one because of this rust here and this rust hole here. Yes, it's perfectly repairable, but I think I'll use the other one, and this one will be the one that you can buy from me for a very reasonable price. Don't ask me what that price is yet, I haven't got a clue. Don't even know what these are new. Whatever they are new, this will be about a third of the price. Why? Because it needs a bit of repair work. But apart from that, you know, perfectly good shield. So, and of course the tank. Now I'm going to fill this tank, or at least pour into this tank, some rust converter. I'll give it a good old wire brushing on the outside, strip all this paint off and make it presentable, and then I will be coating it with Pour 15 after I've treated the rust and dealt with it. Okay, let's go get the other shield, shall we? Okay, here is the other shield. Looks good. And we got holes, we've got the twin holes there. So it would appear that that fits in there thusly. Got two holes here. One, obviously, well not obviously, but one of these holes is for bolting it up, and the other one is for, there's a little bracket that goes on there, which I did have. I hope I've still got it. Ho hum, guess I'll find out. I've seen it somewhere. Hope I didn't sell it. Right, let's get cleaning again. Okay, here's the tank, pretty much cleaned up now. I have filled it, well, halfway full with rust remover and soak, and filled it up and left it in different positions to see whether or not there are any leaks. There doesn't appear to be. However, I will be giving this a sandblasting, and I will also be giving it a good thick coat of powder coat. So hopefully, if there are any little pinprick holes, it should be filled in. I've got this shield to do now, so same process on this. Get it sanded, or well, I would say wire brush, but this isn't wire. These are Harbour Freight jobbies. They're perfect for it. This is looking a little on the thin side. I hope I don't have to replace it. I'll see once I've blasted it and given it a good old clean up. So there we go. All right, let's get on and clean this up, and I'll bring you back when that's done. Okay, this shield has turned out to be a lot rustier than I was hoping for. However, it's just a shield, doesn't need any strength in it really. I'm going to give this a good coat now of the rust converter, and leave it to soak and see how that goes. I don't think I can save this. It looks too buggered to me. I'm going to run a dye over it and see, but I'm not putting any money on it. It doesn't have to be good, and I've got these other this other hole here which bolts down to the frame, although this piece is remarkably thin along the bottom there. I'm in two minds as to whether to leave that or replace it. I mean, here it's strong, it's just this end is rather weak. We'll see how it goes. If I get worried about it, then I'll replace it. So next, I'm going to run a dye over this, treat this with the rust converter, treat this tank with the rust converter. One other minor thing, I've now cut this, and I'm going to bend this piece out and then perhaps bend it forward again, so I'm going to get that kind of shape on it. We will see how that goes. I make no promises, but it's something that has to be done, and then maybe I'll be able to fit in the brake booster. Obviously this is all going to have to be repainted because I'm going to be welding it and making a real mess of it. Okay, and that's it for the moment. Just so you get the idea of what I'm trying to achieve here is to give that extra height there for the booster vacuum line to go in, and then I'll have to modify this. I may just flatten that out and then bend what's left up at a right angle, although that probably won't be much. I will see. I may just flatten that out and then let it finish along the same line as that. I don't know yet. We'll figure that out as we go. All right, so this is it. Shield, tank, booster cover. Oh, that's the stuff I use, by the way, WD Brody Rust Remover Soak. And lots of these brushes and sandpaper. So, there you go. Now get out in the garage, go do some shit. I've made everything dusty. It is 4 o'clock in the evening. I think I shall knock off now once I've had a bit of a clean up and a bit of a bit of a dusty dust up, and we'll take it from there. Oh, by the way, when cleaning these things up, always wear one of these. Look at that shit in there. Good God, that would have been in my lungs. Hang on. There you go. Look at the difference there. Fortunately it hadn't got through. But look at the difference between the white edge and the rusty bit that would have been in my lungs. And eye protection, of course. Alright, now get out in their garage and go do some shit. Oh, I'd like to do something with that. My wife would kill me. Mind you, so would that lady, probably. Hey, I'll give her the best 30 seconds of her life.